Alright, hey, it's Mick here. So I'm shooting a video on the Sur Ron chain guard, okay? So my Sur Ron didn't come with a chain guard. I don't know which models do come with a chain guard. As far as I know, only the really most recent Sur Rons came with them. Mega theorizes that Segway had Sur Ron make them this because they wanted bikes with, bikes are supposedly supposed to have chain guards, okay? Also, one thing I was thinking, another theory they made this is because the street legal bikes should have come with a chain guard. Okay, a lot of dual sports motorcycles will come with chain guards. My KLR 650 comes with one. Yeah, so but dirt bikes do not come with it. So that's why I think these don't come with chain guards because they don't have to have them, But street bikes do. So. I believe this is probably a part that they designed for the L1E Sur Ron Lightbeat, but it looks like the part it should bolt onto a regular Lightbeat, so they'd have the actual mounting tabs on the swing arm, so you can actually use this. So I don't know if you can use this with the 62 sprocket. When I get a chance to install it with this on it, I will see if it fits, and I'll let you guys know. Okay, well, I got the wheel right here, so maybe we can just line it up real quick. Okay, but you can get these from I got this for $20 from Lunicycle. Okay, and there it is. So official Sur Ron part. Okay, and it comes with the unit itself, and then the mounting hardware. There's three bolts. Okay, there's two. There's two what looks like flange nuts. Oh, there's a star nut too. Okay, there's one with a Torx that requires a Torx bit. Now that's kind of strange because I haven't seen a single Torx screw on this bike. So why now, Sur Ron? I don't understand. Why would you include a Torx bit with it? Okay, so I'm assuming there's the two that go here, and then the one that goes here. Okay, the one with the Torx bit goes on the top. All right, So Hazemig is gonna have a video about installing this, and then we'll take a look at it, and then and maybe we'll see if it fits with the dirt bike, with my dirt bike wheel, the one with the 62 sprocket. I don't think it does. So I just kind of bought this so I could shoot a video about it. That's about it. Why would you want a chain guard? Well, one reason is if you spray chain lube, you're supposed to spray chain lube on your chain, right? Well, if you spray a lot and it flings off. It flings on like the bottom of your seat and all that, and the fenders, and one place I know it collects is the motor. Okay, so you got the tiny little sprocket, the counter sprocket in the front, and then if you put a lot of lube in the chain, it flings the lube off onto the motor, and then the motor gets all yucky looking and stuff. So yeah, that's what happens when you got a chain. That's all my motorcycles are like that. So that's one good reason to have this, so to keep the bottom of your motorcycle clean. It will catch the lubricant. Okay, the lubricant is kind of like a grease almost. What's one reason they don't have these on? Okay, so like I said, they have these on street bikes, but they don't really put them on dirt bikes. Why wouldn't you want one of these on a dirt bike, Hades Mega? One of the reasons I think you don't want them on a dirt bike is it can get packed up with mud. Okay, if you ride in really muddy conditions, it'll get packed up with mud, and then I don't know, it could seize your drive crane or break your chain, that kind of stuff. So also I think maybe if your chain comes off, it'll keep it from flinging the chain or something. It'll get caught up under here. I'm not really sure. I don't really know what happens when your chain comes off with a chain guard. Probably just break it off. I don't know. I'm not really sure. So yeah, it's just to keep the bottom of the bike clean is basically it. Also, obviously it's to keep your hands off of it too. I guess if you're, for whatever reason, if you're operating your bike, and you took your hand off the throttle, you could, and you grab the chain, this will keep your hands off of it, but yeah, I really see no reason to really have this. That's why my DR650 doesn't have one. It didn't come with one, and I don't really want to put one. So it just it just catches dirt and stuff. That's all it really there for. Okay, and it's to keep your fingers off of it. Heaven forbid you stick it in there while the bike is operating. Okay, so that's some kind of reasonings to have this thing. I do believe the Segway X160 and 260s are supposed to come with this. So that's one of the theories Hades Omega has of why they made this, is because Segway said, "Hey, we got to have these on our bikes." so they made them, and then they said they made them available to Sur Ron owners too. So that's cool. It's good to see the Sur Ron Light B constantly evolving. That's what I'm gonna say. It's still fresh. Is what I'm gonna say. All right, so let's go ahead and install this, and then we'll see what it looks like, and then yeah, I'll tell you what I think about it. All right, here's we go. Okay, so there was another reason now I remember why I wanted to buy this. There was another reason I wanted to buy it. Someone had told me that you need to have a chain guard over your chain at the drag strip. Okay, yeah, that's what they told me at the drag strip. They were like, I'm surprised they didn't say anything like of you not having a chain guard. Because you're supposed to have a chain guard at the racetrack, so that might be a requirement for the racetrack. You got to have one of these. I guess if your chain was to come out or unlink itself or something, it might eject itself, and maybe this keeps it from going to the next rider. I don't know. I don't really know what really happen if the chain comes off. But yeah, that could happen. So yeah, somebody had told me that you got to have one of these at the drag strip, but my KLX doesn't have one, so I don't know what to do. We could make one, but that's one reason. I'm going to the drag strip tomorrow. That's why I wanted to put this on. So okay, he's Mick here. So we're gonna go ahead and install this. So where I think it goes. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, so where I think this doohickey goes is right. Obviously, it's right here. So these are two of them right here, okay? And then there's another mount right here. So that's where the star nut, or the star bolt, the Torx bolt, goes in right here. So I kind of have to, I would have to kind of modify my Stubby, my little Fender here, okay? The previous owner installed this, so I'm going to have to take it out, I guess, for me to install it. Because I kind of made it up. And so it's supposed to go like that, Okay, so I would have to install that stub fender, okay? So what I'm going to do is just uninstall this for now. I don't really need it right now, so I'm going to go ahead and uninstall that so we can install this, okay? But I still would like to have this, especially for when you're riding in muddy conditions. You don't want your shock to get all dirty and stuff. This does a really good job. Whoever made this piece of plastic here, it does a great job, and I would like to keep it, But I did buy a different one. I bought the stock Sur Ron one, so I guess we can install that too. So at the same time, okay. So you know what? This is going to be like a kind of two-part video, because I might as well just go install that other one too. So. Okay, Hades Omega here. It must be Christmas and summertime, because Hades Omega is installing new stuff, new goodies for his Sur Ron Light B. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and install this too. So I found out that I think these two are supposed to work together. Yeah, I think they work together. They kind of go something like that or something. Yeah. So it's gonna go like that. So I'm gonna replace my kind of aftermarket or homemade protector flap with the Sur Ron one. So this one is just kind of like, I'll show you a close up of it. It's a kind of 9-degree piece of aluminum, and it's been bolted to the swing arm, and then there's a piece of plastic that was bolted onto it. And I've had that. The previous owner made that, and it's been working pretty good since I've had the bike. I haven't had any. Sometimes I do catch it. It was kind of bent a little bit, so it'll be good to. I'm pretty sure Sur Ron had done a lot of work engineering this guy here, so hopefully this will be a little more compatible than this one. But for the most part, I really haven't had any problems with this. So what this is for is to keep it keeps the dirt. So the dirt comes off of your wheel like this, right? And it'll protect at least this much, all this stuff back here, from getting mud and stuff all over it. So the license plate helps too. The license plate catches a lot of it. So it's like full coverage. All this stuff here is protected. So its biggest job that it does is to protect the shock. The shock, it keeps all the dirt and rocks and debris and stuff off of the shock, so you don't damage your shock with all that stuff, dirt and stuff. Keeps it clean, so it does a good job of it too. So if your Sur Ron doesn't have one, then it's probably a good idea to put one. Okay, especially if you ride in muddy and dirty, dusty conditions and stuff, where you're flinging dirt all over it, you know, or in the rain. Yeah, if you ride in the rain too, it keeps the water off of everything. So that's why you would want one of these, okay? Okay, both of these parts are $20. I just looked it up. Both of these parts are $20. This is $20, this is $20. So it's $40 for the whole set, okay? And they're designed to work together, by the way. So, yeah. So unfortunately, this doesn't really work with this. Unless I modify it. I can probably modify it. I can cut some of this bracket off a little bit so it does fit. But I don't really want to do that. So I bought this, so we might as well use it. It looks less ghetto than the other one. It looks pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and install it. And this is the mounting hardware right here. It's just 2 screws. Okay. The funny thing is, yeah, why is one of them a Torx? I don't understand. So whatever, man. We'll figure it out, man. I think maybe it might just be a longer bolt than this if you install it. So the first thing we're gonna do actually is we need to uninstall this old guy right here, and I'll show you. I told you I'd show you a close up of it. So. Okay, so there it is. So that's the unit that the previous owner had made, you know, installed on this bike, and like I said, it works really good. It's just basically bolted to the swing arm right here and right here. Okay, and there's a little brake tab thingy here that's supposed to go on there also. So it's just a piece of angled aluminum with a piece of plastic. I don't really know where they got this from. It looks like the fender from some other bike. Other dirt bikes have something like this, okay? Like this. That would be equivalent to like this on the DR650, okay? Okay, so this bike has 2 of them. This one has a teeny tiny one right here, and then one over here that's attached to the subframe, okay? So it they go together like that. It's kind of like how my bike has the license plate and it has the other fender. So that makes me wonder, is that actually better than this? So we'll find out. We'll find out when, you know, we ride it in dirty conditions, okay? All right. So the first thing we got to do is remove the old one, okay? Sorry, good buddy. You've been good. You've been doing a good job, but we're gonna replace you with another part made exactly for this bike. All right. All right. Let's go take this off. All right. I think it's an 8. It looks like an 8. Okay, let's see how. Oh, it's pretty loose. That's no good. A's Mega was already gonna lose this at some point. I was gonna say. So this one uses 8 millimeters. The other one uses Allen wrench stuff. So, okay, pretty simple. Just take the bolts out. There's a bolt in the washer on this one. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'll keep it just in case I break the other one. You know, kind of thing. That's weird. This one's pretty good. Pretty easy. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put Loctite in there. Okay. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. So there is a kind of brake tab thingy here. There's a little tab for the brake right here, okay? So make sure put that back when we install the new one. Okay. So we'll install one screw first. So I think the other one, they share the same screw, so I've never actually seen what this looks like underneath it too. Okay, so that's the unit that came off. Okay, and this is the new one right here. Okay, it actually kind of acts. It actually acts like a double. Yeah, it's actually longer. So where it mounts is right there. Okay, so this is actually the right length. This is a good length right here. So they whoever made this, they knew like, oh, it's got to be that long, you know, type of thing. But this actually has a longer section to it. It has like a the tail part, and then there's a front fender too. So that's really, so this actually is superior to that. So what it is this part here. Oh, I see. Now I was wondering why it looks kind of funky like that. Okay, so it's kind of open on this side right here because the chain is over there. Okay, so that's where the chain is. So it's got this cutout so it doesn't interfere with the chain. But what this flappy thing does in the front here is it protects everything underneath here. Okay, like everything underneath there. So yeah, you know, I just changed the belt and I had to use a pry bar to get it under there to pry that, and so I think this covers that. Okay, so this is basically going to go like this. Okay, really easy. It looks nice. It's like a hugger fender, you know. Cool. All right, so we'll go ahead and put that. So the mounting bolts are right here, but I'm only going to put one right now because we're going to have to use a different one for the other one because we have the chain guard. So, all right, hold on. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and install the new one. The new one is all plastic. Okay, it goes like that. Don't forget to put your little brake tab thingy back on. That's going to go on top. Okay, and I'll show you what it looks like from the angle that I'm doing it, but when I'm done. So these are the mounting bolts right here. I'm going to put one of them in because I think the other one is going to have to go on the chain guard, and I don't know. I don't think I'm going to keep that chain guard on there because it's not going to work. So what I'm doing is I'm putting Loctite. I'm putting some thread locker. Oh, my Loctite is getting old. It's starting to get back down. I'm going to dab a big dab of Loctite on this so it doesn't come off. Maybe it doesn't work. It has to screw on for some reason. It's 3mm, I think. Yep. 3mm Allen wrench. Okay, fits in there pretty good. Okay, that's one of them. I notice this thing attracts dirt really well. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and install our chain guard. The fasteners right here. So I think the bigger ones, the flanged ones, go up on these two right here because there's only two, and then the other one goes on the top of the swing arm. So these ones go on the side, and the other one goes on the top of the swing arm right here. Okay. I'm gonna put some Loctite on these. I don't know. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit here. I'll show you how I got it in there. You kind of have to just slide it into place. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna just like that. So I just took it out. You gotta slide this one underneath that fender, okay, and kind of lift it up a bit. Come on, buddy. Okay, and push it forward. Okay, they're designed to work exactly with each other. Okay, so that's gonna. Okay, so this one, the ones on the side are 4mm. Okay, the other one was 3mm, the one that goes for the stubby fender. Okay, put that in there. One thing I realized with this, it's going to be harder to install your chain. Okay, That's another thing. That's another reason I don't want to keep it. But like I said, I'm just doing a video on this, you know, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. But I will actually ride it, and I'll probably do a review. It just makes it, it seems like it makes it working on your bike more pain in the ass. Okay, I put Loctite in there so it doesn't come out. Don't put it tight yet. Okay, now I have to get yet another different tool to install this thing, okay? Okay, so it is a T25 Torx, okay? That's the Torx that you're going to need to install this. The funny thing is the other bolt that came with the Stubby Fender is an Allen one, okay? It's a 3mm Allen. This one is a Torx, okay? And it's longer. So obviously, this longer one was designed to work with this Stubby Fender right here, okay? That's why it's longer, okay? It's much longer than the other one. So I think if you're going to use them together, you got to use the longer one, okay? If you're just going to use the Stubby Fender, then you would just use the small one, okay? So you got options. It's good. It's good to know. All right, so I'm going to go put a little bit of put a dab of Loctite on that. Okay, there's no kind of washers it came with or anything. Okay, then we're just going to install this on the swing arm. I find it kind of funny how this is the only, it's kind of a pain in the ass to get it all lined up too. Okay. You can kind of lift it up and look underneath to make sure everything is lined up. Okay. Use the actual driver for this. Cool. I just bought this at her for Ooh, I like it. It works pretty good. Okay. It's probably pretty snug. Not too snug, too tight. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and tighten the other 3mm. I'm going to just tighten the rest of them, okay? Okay, that's pretty tight. And then let's get the 4mm. Get the 4mm here. Tighten this. Tighten this. Okay. I don't know what the torque spec is, but I'm just gonna snug it. Okay. That's why I put the Loctite in too, so it doesn't go on. Okay, there it is. Done. Woohoo! All right, let's go take a. I'll give you a closer look at it from a different angle. All right, there it is. It does look pretty slick, doesn't it? I kind of like it. It's kind of like a hugger fender, you know. And if you were to combine it with the Sur Ron, the rear fender, the hugger fender that goes back here, I think it would look kind of cool. It does kind of. I'm pretty sure it makes it harder to work on this side of the bike, you know. But when you lube your chain, you would lube it right here, and I lube it right here, and I lube it from the back. So it's not a big deal. It is kind of long. I know it is kind of long. You would think it would look better if you kind of chop this part off here. Okay. You've got, let's see how much space you got. You can stick 3 fingers in there, okay? Until you touch the chain. I'm kind of just barely touching the chain right now, okay? So that's what it looks like from the side. It does cover the chain quite well. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. It looks like you could probably put a bigger chain in. You could probably put a bigger sprocket in there, but I don't think you could put a 62 sprocket. So definitely save this other bolt here, the extra bolt that you have left over. So this came with 3 bolts. This came with 2 bolts, but this one shares the bolt with this one, okay? This one has this has a longer one with this to go with this, okay? Now that's the funny thing, like they didn't give you 2. What if you were just going to use the chain guard and not use the stub fender, right? Okay, but there we go. It looks good. I like it. Yeah, it looks great. It looks like it gets dirty real fast though. But yeah, it fits in there really good. Yeah, that's all I can say. It fits in there really good. Okay, and then so you can see it does add protection to the bottom here. Okay, to where like the shock is, so it the dirt won't hit like the bottom of the shock. Like it doesn't really matter, you know, but the dirt won't hit the bottom of the shock like right here. Okay. My little light thingy here. Oh yeah, that's right. See this light thingy? It's gonna have to go like that or something, man. Or I might have to. I could probably just put it on top of this or something. But for now it's just gonna go like that. I'll just leave it like that. I don't think Hazemega thinks he's not gonna keep this on there. I just bought it so I can make a video about it and show it to you guys. But it does work good with the Supermoto wheel, and I think it works good with the dirt wheel with the stock sprocket. So that's why there's a lot of extra space in here, is for the dirt sprocket. Okay, so obviously it would work with the stock dirt sprocket. Okay, so there it is. It looks nice. I like it. You can gonna get a peep under there. Okay, yeah, you can see it right there behind the chain. That's it right there. Okay. I will keep the stubby fender. Okay, that's what Hazemega thinks. I'm going to keep the stubby fender. I think it looks nice, but we'll see. We'll see what happens when it starts raining or I start riding in the mud. Okay, so does it really work? I would imagine it protects, you know, from here to all the way here. Okay, so it'll keep it looks like it'll keep most of the dirt off of your license plate and your tail light. Okay, so this looks like it actually works good. Now. It's lower and closer to the wheel, okay? But I think it looks trick. Let's take a look at the bike from a distance. Yeah, I like it. It looks good on a black bike. It does look good on a black bike, doesn't it? It's really black. It's like, yeah, it's black. It's not gray. So the color of the frame is gray on this bike, but the actual parts are black, the ones that I just installed. It would have been nice if they had colored ones. They don't have colored ones, okay? But the good thing is Hazemega has the gray bike, so it goes very well with black. Okay, this Hazemega's bike is all murdered out, so so if you have like a murdered out bike, this will go good with it. It's really black, you know. I'd imagine it would probably get dirty real fast too. So yeah, that's black for you, man. Black gets dirty fast, so it requires lots of cleaning. Okay. So thanks for watching. This is the only part I got left over. We had to use a 3mm, a 4mm Allen wrench in the end, and a T25 Torx. Okay, so why Sur Ron chose to use a T25 Torx and not just a regular Allen thingy, you know, I don't know, because they don't use Torx on anything else on this bike, so it's really annoying. I don't like using Torx. You can tell he doesn't like it. And then that's just one more tool I have to get out to work on the bike, you know. So yeah. All right, I hope that was informative. I hope you guys learned something. If you have an older Sur Ron that doesn't have, you know, any of these goodies on there, they do make them, and they do fit the bike well, and they look nice. So the question is, how well do they hold up to the abuse that Hazemega is going to put them to? Well, we'll find that out in the future. You guys, if you guys don't hear anything about, you know, something that happened to this, then it was good. But if something does happen, you can be sure Hazemega's make a video about it. Okay, why this product sucks. Okay, but for now, I like it. I like it a lot. All right, there it is. So, hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys hope you guys have been entertained. That is the Sur Ron chain guard and the rear stubby fender is what they call it. So, and it looks like it works real good. I would at least get the stubby fender. If you don't got anything back there, definitely put something back there, because that's what that does, is it protects the shock. Okay, the chain guard, you don't really need the chain guard, man. It's dirt bikes don't come with chain guards, you know. I think if you're gonna ride it on the street more, yeah, the chain guard kind of makes sense. You know, you're gonna be lubing your chain a lot more, and it's gonna be flinging crap all over the place. So you probably want a chain guard. So, all right. But it looks nice when it's brand new, okay? All right, here's the go. Those were both $20 from Lunicycle. Yeah, those were both $20 from Lunicycle, $40 for both of them. All right, thanks for watching. Here's me up.